Howdy Droogs, how you doing? Kel here again. Well, if you've seen my other videos, you know I recently purchased a Spyderco military, and I am very pleased with this knife. I'm very happy with it. It's a beautiful knife, and it's gonna do what I want to do with this knife to do and why I purchased it for. I will be doing a review on it eventually, talking about all the features of it and why I think it's, for me and why I like it and all the rest. But in the meantime, it's come fairly snug. And I just want to do a little video called how to adjust pivot screw on a Spyderco military, just because I was reticent to do so. And I'll tell you why. Because in the past I've had a real habit over my lifetime since I was a kid of messing with things to make them better and ruining them. And so I become kind of cautious about doing that. I once took a very fine Italian swing guard switchblade, a great big giant one I bought when I was like 9 or 10. It had broken springs, so it wasn't really a switchblade anymore. But it had these beautiful stag handles, but I like ivory. You're going to hate this story. You're going to hate this. So as like a 10-year-old, I took a Dremel tool or something like that, and I started sanding off all of the brown parts of the stag. I know, it's horrible. I can't believe I was so brain damaged as a child. I did so much, but I ended up piercing through a bit of the stag and creating a hole. So you can see why I'm a little reticent to mess with anything in the way of a knife. But this should something kind of neat. It is kind of tight, And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the pivot screw on camera. I'm going to use my little Chapman screwdriver here with a Torx bit from a different set, because this is a fairly big pivot. What size this is? I can't take it out. It's a fairly good size. Anyway, there's the screwdriver, and I'll just zoom in here to show you as I do it for the fun of it. Just because I've got a camera zoom, might as well use it, huh? So there we are. Just going to take this, put it in here like this, and just give it a turn or two. It's fairly tight, actually. See, it's fairly loose. Staying fairly tight. That's much better. Yeah. Yeah. So I couldn't do that before. I couldn't really do the let me zoom out. I couldn't do the Spyderco flip before. It's just too tight, Let's see if I can do this one here. This one here is going to be. I'm not the expert at this, like I said. Hell with it. Anyway, I'll do it later. It's hard to do sitting down for me. Spidey drop. But as you can see, it's kind of. I'm going to tighten up a little bit more though. Right about. Let's try this here and see how we're doing. Tighten a little bit more. I don't want to get too tight. There we go. I want to just tighten enough. What I want to do here is tighten it so it'll still flip out, but it's almost tight as it can be. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm kind of trying to do here. I want it to be just tight enough where it'll flip out. For the same token, it's not loose. Just tight where it'll, but not. I don't want it to be loose. Actually, be loose. As you can see, the blade centers up in this knife pretty much perfectly. I really like that. That's really cool. Well, that's it. I'm just making this video mainly if you're a guy like me who's kind of worried about messing with his knives. If you're like me and you're kind of concerned about that, this one here I've yet to really master, so you can have a good laugh at Kel. Screw it. I can do that when I'm not sitting in a chair. But if you're a guy like me and you're a little bit concerned about messing with knives and you're afraid of ruining them or messing up or whatever, don't be too concerned about that. With this knife, as long as you don't back it all the way out, I suppose, it's going to be fine. And you'll get your knife to where it'll be a little looser. I don't really believe in using the Spyderco flip like that for real tactical purposes. If my life was on the line, I'd just do that, because I want to make sure this could go wrong, especially if I was all verklempt because someone was trying to kill me or something. But just going like this, but even that I wanted a little bit looser than it was, and now it is. So, alright guys, well that's it. Just thought I'd share it with you. It's not to show you how to do this, because anybody can do this, you know what I'm saying? Obviously anybody can fiddle around with this business here. It's more a matter of just, to let you know that don't be shy about adjusting this pivot, because it really is an easy thing to do. Doesn't hurt the knife. This locker, by the way, is still rock solid on this thing. It hasn't really, you know, changed that in any way, and yet this is loose. I don't know why that is in these knives, but it's cool that it does that. Probably because this pin here is, these are all tight. So the lockup on it is still rock solid, yet, you know, the knife, you know, will come out just perfectly fine. So, you know, really nice. Alright guys, that's it. That's the Spyderco Military Pivot Adjustment Pin video. You know, just don't be shy. You know, you can do this. Just don't back it all the way out, for heaven's sakes. You can put it back in, but just don't be crazy about it. You know, don't over tighten it. Just, you know, you can play with your knives. You can change them a little bit. Doesn't hurt the knife. Don't be shy. Alright guys, well, that's it. That's all there is. That's the knife. And this is Kel saying goodbye. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying my videos. While you're here, please subscribe. I would sure appreciate it. That'd be nice. I'm going to try to have a lot more videos on many interesting subjects, not just knives, but guns and other things, and survival things, and all sorts of weird stuff. Maybe you can have a laugh once or twice, once or two. Alright guys, that's it. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching, man.